Hey folks, and not only is it the eye of the tiger, the thrill of the fight, but it is also the halfway point of the Donkey Kong 94 playthrough, folks. This is also Fromark of Fromark Plays. Anyways, keeping things rolling along with 5-9 Desert. Let's see what's going on in this desert level. There's a couple of switches you gotta flick. For one, you go ahead and grab the key, and you would think you would just run to the keyhole door. Not just yet, folks. You gotta look out, and you gotta make sure you don't get smushed. And then you gotta flick the switch here. Make sure you don't get smushed. Once again. And now you don't have to worry about it, really. I guess I can't really say that because you got another layer up here that you gotta deal with. So I'll go ahead and deal with that. And that has been dealt with. Ride the elevator, take that umbrella. Oh, I got all 3 items. Bonus round time, folks. See what's... Oh, it's the slot machine again. And I got 2 Mario heads out of it, so I got 2 extra lives. Sounds good to me. Oh, and this is one of the levels where all the disappearing item things come into a really heavy predominance here. Is you gotta make sure you get everything where you need it to be. As you want to move that ladder to down here to grab the key and then come up here, you might as well put that one right up there at the very top on the side. And you see there's just a lot of very particular puzzle stuff going on. And the spring's pretty much just there to get extra items. But I'm not really worried about that, I just want to get out of here. Yeah, kind of hard for me to describe all at once. You gotta kind of see what's going on here, folks. Because some of this is definitely very particular. But I like particularity in my games just as much as some other folks do. You gotta look out for those things too. I don't know if those are supposed to be like lobsters. Well, it kind of looks like... I think those actually are supposed to be scorpions. They got like a little scorpion tail. You better look out for them scorpions, folks. When I was younger, I had a fear of those things. I always used to think where I lived, eventually one was just gonna show up out of nowhere and get me, but... hasn't happened yet. I mean, I guess it could still happen, especially if I ever go to a desert. And that would suck. I recorded my first big album on a big record label, and next thing I know, I get bit by a scorpion on the desert after I finish the photo shoot. I don't know, crazy things happen out there, folks. Now the goal here is to get these giant pharaoh head looking things. I don't know, when I was... they used to kind of remind me of Garfield. They don't really look like Garfield, but... I don't know. You throw the Garfield heads at the Donkey Kong, and that's gonna do it for the desert. And that will do it for stage 5, and now I max out the life counter for the first time. And that will do it for the desert. And the end of this cutscene. But yeah, like a lot of games, once you get 99 lives, you can't get any more. I don't really understand it. I guess there doesn't really need to be more than 99 lives, but it'd be cool if it would at least say 100. Then they could just make it go up to 999 if they really wanted to. But anyways, this is Airplane, folks. No, not that classic movie, Airplane, which is one of my favorites of all time. No, this is not that. This is stage 6, Airplane. Just look out for those bullets there. Those are not bullet bills, but they are bullets that you gotta look out for. Of course, you just gotta leave the key there for a second. I will go back for that. What am I doing? I need to go here. No need to worry though, folks. Just go through 6-1 without any issue. Which I had plenty of issues in past playthroughs. That was a violent burp. That was a very violent burp. I might put a little bit of reverb on that just to make it sound even meaner. Anyways, the goal here is just to... Well, you see, I'm moving a little bit slower through this level than I probably should, and that's just because there's a wind current. And the wind current makes it a little bit more difficult. But I just needed to take the key all the way to the far right here, and now I just need to go back to the left over here and avoid this smushy platform stone boulder thing, and it's the next to last one. And I think I mentioned something in the past part, though, that most of my playthroughs as a kid ended in the airplane stage, which is actually true. I never made it any further than this in past playthroughs. So whenever I came back to this to do a let's play of it, was actually the first time I'd ever actually beaten this game, and it took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of practice. So I guess a spoiler, folks, I do 100% this game. And you just take that key to the middle. And see what Donkey Kong's got cooking on this part. And this will be the halfway point of the airplane. Because the airplane is one of the shorter stages in the game, I feel. Kind of a nice break from the longer... I guess the desert wasn't really much longer, but... I mean, it gets worse. Stage 8's probably the longest amount of BS and nonsense I ever had to deal with in this damn game. But yes, once again, we got another cutscene, and since I already maxed out the lives counter, these extra points I get from time these time bonuses don't do anything now. But if anybody at home's keeping score, please feel free to let me know. Because you got way more time on your hands than I do. Anyways, this is the halfway point of Airplane. And this is a stage where I feel like the level sounds like literal audio turds. I mean, listen to that. Maybe it's just me, but I don't really like the way that the bass or the background riff in the song just kind of poots its way at me, like... Gotta be careful, that's probably peaking the microphone, but it sounds like crap in my opinion. I don't like this song. I just want to get out of this level, because this is actually kind of a tricky level to get through. And that's taken care of. Not quite time to deal with Donkey Kong just yet. Oh, this is one of the trickier levels in the airplane. This one took a while to figure out how to do, because you got wind current battling you. And on top of that, you got those spike sections up there, which are really hard to pinpoint. Like, whenever that wire there, you'll see what I mean here in a second. This took a while to actually be able to do proper. You gotta be able to fling yourself off of this wire at a certain point, at a certain way, and you gotta make sure you push the right buttons at the right time, and I just kind of mash every button whenever I fling myself over there. And I just carefully make my way over here, and I get the heck out of here. There's the fabled 3-ups in this roulette bonus room. And I just barely miss. In this one, I will slide down through the conveyor belt And I'll just climb all the way up top. That last door there will be the key door. Now you just kind of flick the switch and manipulate the conveyor belts to bring the key back to you. And you do this a couple of times over. And it looks like something is already amiss here. Yeah, I wasn't counting on this happening. Whenever I do remember that. I wasn't counting on this happening whenever I was recording that. But no need to worry as I don't get myself killed, so I just go back for the key, try it again. I mean, there's plenty of time still left on the time limit if there are any flub-ups from time to time in these. So you don't always gotta be in a hurry, folks. Although I'm the kind of person that gets myself in trouble in a lot of games because I like to take the Sonic approach and just blast my way through every level. And I will gladly take that key. Now, of course, I will need to take this key over here because, as I previously stated, I need to go to that upper door, the very top door. And that is what will be done, folks. That is very much definitely what will be done, as a matter of fact. You can definitely count on that being what is done. If I do say so myself, that is most likely very much definitely what will be done. Anyways, what else will be done here? Ooh, that was close. Is that this is the very end of the airplane. I'll be glad to get out of here. But not very much glad to... Definitely not very glad to deal with Stage 7, as that's a bit of a slog fest, but... Ooh, DK, you're taking my barrels. But I will raise your taking of the barrels by hitting you. Wait, does that mean this game promotes animal abuse? Hey, Peter! I probably shouldn't give him any ideas. I mean, but yeah, throwing barrels at a monkey, isn't that animal abuse? Hey, Peter! I don't know, I've never been able to take them seriously, I'm sorry, but there's that commercial that they had back in the day of the some screams can't be heard with the fish that's like, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, that's gonna do it for the airplane. Glad to be getting out of there, but not so much glad to be dealing with the Iceberg stage here. As now there is a berg of ice that I have to deal with. But it seems appropriate enough that I am on the ice levels, considering there's an icy backdrop outside this house that I'm recording. So it is currently winter at the time of this. That should probably be all I say before I wreck any more of the, whatever, because this is probably going to date the video even more so. But yeah, I can't really do much here. I just gotta wait for those fire dudes to come back around and make the ice block disappear so I can get the key. And that is now what I'm doing. That is very much, most definitely, as a matter of the fact, what I am currently doing. Ooh, looks like I'm pretty close to crossing over to 1,000,000 points on the big scoreboard there. Yeah, better chalk it up on the big board. This level's not too bad. Those squid things, they're kind of an obstacle to deal with if you happen to run into them directly. Because they will just stay on you and you can't jump or any swim. You can't do any of the swim. But they will eventually get off of you. They don't kill you. They don't... Those things do. There's walruses there. You gotta look out for those. They can be pretty shifty. They're pretty sus. And you want to jump on these floating icebergs here because they will sink if you just stand on them. And it looks like I got time to get through another level here before the part ends. Ooh. Looks like I have a chance to get all the items, but I don't know. I also don't know if those penguins can kill me, but I'm not taking any chances. I'll just wait for them to waddle on by. Of course, now I can just throw the key at them. Now, if I really wanted to, I could use that block there for some extra support, but I don't really need it. And the key, the door is kind of hidden in this one. Some stages the door will be hidden. But that's going to do it for this part, folks, and I will see you in the next part.